What's for dinner? Cottage pie. You're going to need some flour, some beef broth, a carrot, an onion, some salt, some bay leaves, thyme, pepper, some Worcestershire sauce, some olive oil, a little bit of garlic, maybe your honey garlic, some beef and tomato paste, and a good frying pan. First, we're going to take a little bit of our olive oil and put it in our pan. I will be making 2 cottage pies today, not just one, so I will be doubling this recipe. And then we are going to get 2 cloves of garlic into our pan. I'm going to use my awesome antiviral honey garlic. This will taste really good in here. And if you didn't catch that video, I'll be sure to link it below. This is a great opportunity to use that and keep your family's immune systems up. Feel free to use more if you like garlic. Now I'm going to grate 1 carrot and put it in our pan to soften. Feel free to add more veggies here if you like. I always have a sweet little helper nearby. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in the pan to soften. You can add more of this if you like it, but 1 is all that is needed. Now we're going to take 1 whole yellow onion and cut that up and put that in our pan. We're going to go ahead and put this on medium heat and let all of that carrot and onion soften. Do you know the difference between a cottage pie and a shepherd's pie? Most people don't, but a cottage pie is made with beef and a shepherd's pie is made with ground lamb. So the difference is beef versus lamb. I would love to try a shepherd's pie one day and use some ground lamb. I'm sure the Australian I am married to would love that. But today, cottage pie with beef. All right, our carrots and onions are looking good. Our onion is translucent and our carrots are soft. Let's go ahead and cook our ground beef. You need about 1.5 pounds for each pie. I have 3 pounds here that I'm going to go ahead and cook because I'm doing 2 pies. So anywhere from 1 pound to 1.5 pounds is a good amount for a good hearty cottage pie. On to the potatoes. I prefer to use yellow potatoes. I never peel my potatoes. Who has time for that? I just cut them up and boil them. The best ones for this are a yellow potato. They taste buttery. The skin is delicious. It has minerals in it that you can only get through a skin of a potato. So why would I want to waste that?
Mama, can I help you, Mom? Can you help me? Yeah. Careful. Chicken.
I love you so much.
I always have a sweet helper. This is Miss 3 giving me all of the help. I absolutely love her. She's precious. Now we're going to add 1/4 cup of flour to our beef, and we are going to stir that in really well. Then I'm going to add 1/2 can of this tomato paste into here, and you can always take the other half of this can. I like to throw it in a freezer bag and put it in my freezer, and next time I need it, it just plops out like a little ice cube. So convenient. So I'm not wasting anything. I hate wasting things. Probably could put the entire can in here, but my recipe does call for 1/2 can. Now we're going to add our beef broth. If you are only making 1 cottage pie, add 2 cups. And if you are making 2 cottage pies like me, add 4 cups. Even if your family only needs 1 cottage pie to be satisfied with dinner, it's a really good routine to get into to make 1 for now and freeze 1 for later. This recipe freezes really well. So you would just prepare it as normal and then wrap it up in some saran wrap, put some foil over that, wrap it in saran wrap again, make sure you label it so you know what's in your freezer, and then you'll pop it in your oven on one of those rainy days where you need a good homemade quick meal. So good to have in your freezer. All right, now we're going to add some Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons for 1 pie and 4 tablespoons for 2. And then I am going to add some thyme, 1 teaspoon per pie. And then I'm going to throw in 2 bay leaves, 1 bay leaf per pie. Now we're going to add our black pepper, about 1/2 teaspoon, but really it's to your taste. And we're going to add some salt, about 3/4 of a teaspoon, but again, to your taste. All right, we're going to simmer this for just a minute and stir it all together to get all of those flavors married together. And while we do that, we're going to check on those potatoes. We're going to drain the water off. Do you like the wooden spoon across the top so that they don't boil over? And now we are going to add an entire cube of butter to our potatoes because that's what makes it taste good. And we're going to stir that. Now you want to add your salt. Again, this is to taste. I'm usually really conservative on salt. However, this does taste better with a little bit of extra salt. And I love to use the really good real salt that I buy on Amazon. If you're looking for really good salt as well, I will link that below. I love to switch up the types of salt I'm using. Right now I'm using a red Hawaiian salt and I love it. My sweet little girl has drawn me a unicorn while I'm making dinner. Now we're going to add our pepper, again, to your taste, and a whipping cream, because again, that's what makes this taste good, butter and whipping cream. Of course, you can use milk as well if you don't have whipping cream. Now it's time to mash those potatoes and get all of those flavors mixed together. You can do this really creamy or you can leave it kind of rough and thick. However you like your potatoes, it will taste fabulous either way. I have our potatoes to the consistency that we like, and now it is time to start building those cottage pies. I have my 2 Anchor Hawking pie pans over here, and I'm going to scoop some meat mixture into the bottom of each one, and then I am going to top them with the potatoes. At this point, don't forget to pull out those 2 bay leaves. We don't want those to stay in our meat mixture. After you split everything evenly between your 2 pies, I am going to take some Parmesan and I am going to grate it on the top of these because it will taste fantastic. And you can use whatever good cheese you have or skip the cheese altogether, but my family really likes the Parmesan. So I'm going to do that. And then we're going to get out some olive oil and we are going to drizzle the olive oil over the top. That's what's going to give this that really pretty golden color whenever we pull it out of the oven. And we are going to heat up our oven to 350 degrees for these pies. They'll need to cook for about 25 to 30 minutes. If you see over here on our menu for the week, it's featuring our cottage pie and peas. So you can get a sneak peek at the rest of our week. I like to plan out our menu. It keeps me on track. I hope you picked up some good meal ideas and you learned how to make cottage pie. Until next time, guys. Bye.